Obviously, before we even jump into this video, I just want to say no, I'm not endorsing you guys to buy Luna. I am just saying this in terms of educational purposes only, and we are going to be talking about what is happening right now around Luna and also talking about the possible fix that this CEO does have. So with that being said, let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is Nick. Today we're going to be talking about Luna. We're going to be talking about the massive sparked up discussions around Luna right now on Twitter. First off, I do just want to really quickly go over this tweet real quick and say a lot of people are going to lose playing around with Luna right now. You might see a few people winning, but be careful, legit. And yes, this is the truth. So if you guys have missed it, Luna started to burn some tokens today with their plan. We are seeing it up 281%. We've actually seen this spike up a massive amount all the way to 16,000 plus percent. It's absolutely insane, but we also do see the volume right now. It's down about 70%, but it was up massively today. As you guys do see, the volume is $2.6 billion in trading volume. It's insane. You guys do see the market cap up 565%. Of course, the circulating supply is continuing to the circulating supply has started to, drastically decrease. As you guys do see, the total supply was at 6.9 trillion, but now it is at currently 6.5 trillion. I mean, this is essentially a meme coin, and I'm not going to make a joke around this at all. Honestly, a lot of people lost money on this, and I do feel for those individuals. But right now, a lot of people are trying to gamble this, and as you guys do see right here, the volume was at like $1.52 billion at roughly 6 o'clock yesterday. Yeah, it went all the way at the top of this to, almost $2 billion. And it doesn't take a lot to move something like this when it is at these levels. Plus, there's not a lot of liquidity around this token right now on a lot of exchanges as it has been getting delisted. But let's talk about a few things and let's talk about what is happening. So first off, I do really quickly just want to say, if you guys are holding your crypto on exchanges, get it off of them. These exchanges are absolutely horrendous. And no, this is not, me talking about a sponsorship or anything like that. I do have an affiliate link with Ledger where you could store your crypto in a cold storage away from all of these exchanges, and it's the safest bet. Ledger, they can't get hacked. They are offline storage for crypto. They're the best way to store your crypto. I believe in them 100%. I utilize them on a day-to-day basis. I'm not paid by them. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not endorsed by them. I just have an affiliate link with them. So if you guys do want to get a Ledger, you guys can do so in the description below or in the comments below. But honestly, today we've seen Crypto.com basically say that they are reversing profitable Luna trades from May 12th, claiming users were quoted at an incorrect price. This is absolutely terrible from a crypto exchange. That means that anyone that had a profitable trade on Luna from May 12th is now having their, profits reversed, and they're getting, $10 in Crow tokens. Again, this is why I stay away from centralized exchanges within crypto. This is why I do hold most of my crypto on a Ledger, specifically a Ledger X, because in my opinion, holding it on an exchange is just not the way to go. But we have been seeing articles around Luna, pretty much daily now. We did see this from CNBC. Cryptocurrency Luna crashes to $0 as the UST falls further from the dollar peg. And as you guys do know, yes, I did buy Luna the other day. I bought $250 worth. I did a 3x on that investment. I took my profit and let the rest kind of ride. It's basically worthless at this point. But hey, it was a fun little gamble. I got my money back. Didn't lose any money on it, thankfully. So we are doing pretty good on that. I do, like I said, feel for a lot of those individuals that did lose money on this. And I know a lot of people have, and it really does suck. But this is also why I've always said do not put all of your eggs in the same basket. Make sure that you are diversifying, because anything like this could happen to any other asset. But again, they are talking about exactly what happened behind this, but this was not the only article. We also did see here over 1.2 billion in Bitcoin reserves remains unaccounted for by the Luna Foundation Guard. And if you guys did miss it, there was $1.2 billion worth of Bitcoin that basically disappeared out of the LFG, and they are still trying to find it. They don't know where it is. But also, we have been seeing a lot of crazy news around this specific event. In fact, we did see earlier today that the Luna founder's wife was under emergency protection after crypto market death spiral plunges coin to zero, and people basically came to his house. I mean, it was pretty insane, but we do see here on Friday, South Korean media outlet Money Today wrote an unidentified person broke into her apartment building, rang the doorbell to ask if Kwon was home before leaving the premises after she said he wasn't. So that was pretty interesting. I just want you guys to understand right now that I know that a lot of people out there are taking this, hit fairly serious. Trust me, whenever we talk about finance or any sort of money aspect of crypto, just know never overinvest, never over leverage yourself because things like this happen. This is crypto. It's a very volatile, asset class, and I've always said that things like this in terms of failing situations, this could happen to any token. You got to remember, Luna was the number 4 crypto token for the longest time. Now, as we do see here, a lot of people are asking, will Luna recover? A few people saying yes, but for the most part, it's a no. 53,000 likes say no. 169 people say maybe. 2,000 people say yes. This is pretty interesting. Now, if you want my personal opinion on if Luna will recover, well, it all depends on their plan behind this. We did see a release plan from the CEO today. It was about 7 hours ago, and basically he talked about this in 6 tweets. Starting here, he said, I've spent the last few days on the phone calling Terra community members, builders, community members, employees, friends, and family that have been devastated by UST depegging. I am heartbroken about the pain my invention has brought on all of you. I still believe that decentralized economies deserve decentralized money, but it is clear that UST in its current form will not be that money. Neither I nor any institutions that I am affiliated with profited in any way from this incident. I sold no Luna nor UST during this crisis. What about that Bitcoin, right? Because we are seeing here. We are currently working on documenting the use of the LFG Bitcoin reserves during the depegging event. Please be patient with us as our teams are juggling multiple tasks at the same time. Okay, so that LFG Bitcoin, they're trying to get down to it. They don't know how, or where, to find that information. Of course, that's like basically gone, right, in their opinion. So I think that is a very interesting topic to really kind of address. I really hope somebody, maybe CoffeeZilla or something could actually do some investigating work on that because I would also like to know where that Bitcoin went. It's like roughly 42,000 Bitcoin. There are multiple proposals on Algora on the best steps to move forward for the community. After having read many of them, I put down my thoughts of what I think the best steps are. We're going to be talking about that. What we should look to preserve now is the community and developers that make Terra's blockchain or block space valuable. I'm sure our community will form consensus around the best path forward for itself and find a way to rise again. Now, you might be asking, what was the plan, right? Because the plan is actually pretty interesting. So first off, this article came out once we did see that tweet. Do Kwon's proposed Terra revival puts UST Luna holders in charge. Essentially, this is going to be something pretty interesting. I don't believe that this is going to work, but let's see how it goes. I mean, again, I have some Luna. I mean, it's not a drastic amount. I wrote it down, so it's basically 0 at this point, but the plan comes as Terra's, UST stablecoin, which is supposed to be pegged to the price of the dollar death spiral below 15 cents this week, wiping out over $30 billion in value. UST's sister token Luna, which propped up the stablecoin's value, has fallen to below a penny. Luna was worth over, $80 just a week ago. Friday's proposal, Kwon, who created the Terra blockchain with his Terraform Labs team, concedes that the Terra ecosystem has experienced total collapse. Even if the UST peg were to eventually restore after the last marginal buyers and sellers have capitulated, the holders of Luna have so severely been liquidated and diluted that we will lack the ecosystem to build back up from the ashes. He continued, UST holders need to own a large share of the network. As the network's debt holders, they deserve to be compensated for the tokens they have been holding to the end. Now, again, with this, we did get a little bit of a devised plan behind this. Terra, founder Do Kwon proposing resetting Luna back to 1 billion tokens distributed to 40% to Luna holders before the depegging event, 40% to UST holders pro rata at the time of the new network upgrade, 10% to Luna holders at the final moment of the chain halt, and then 10% community pool. And you guys could go and read this full, breakdown here. But honestly, when we talk about this, like I said, the chances of this actually fixing the overall problem here is slim to none. I would say, this was basically failed from the beginning. These algorithmic stablecoins have always had, sort of a, bad, sort of taste around them. I've always said, like, even in the past, when you look at stablecoins, I've talked about Tether as well. Like, Tether, in terms of its backing, it's not fairly strong. I would say the chosen stablecoin right now would most likely be USDC, as it has a strong backing point specifically from BlackRock. That has $10 trillion under management. That's something pretty significant. So, again, these stablecoins that are coming out that aren't really backed by anything tend to fail. They have a history of that. Now, as a lot of people are talking about, how much they have made off of this, I did see Kevin Svensson on Twitter say, basically he bought $1.39 of Luna as a joke, and today it's worth $23. And yeah, things have been drastically increasing in terms of Luna's price. This does not mean to go out and buy it at all. In terms of these spikes in price, yeah, it's been pretty, crazy, I would say. Now, this is just on one exchange. Almost on every single exchange, the price is completely different. Like, this is up 275%, which I think is the same. So this is actually up 462% here. I don't know what exchange they're utilizing for this price here. I've been trying to look through all of these charts, and almost every single one is completely different. Like, there's FTX. FTX is a little bit different. A lot of these are diverse in terms of the price per, because all of these have different liquidity options for the token itself. I know that I used to use, I was using Binance, but Binance is basically gone in terms of them delisting the token. But on, for example, Bittrex, this is actually up 2,200%. It's been pretty hectic. I would say, a lot of people think that this is going to be a get-rich-quick scheme. Hey, let's just throw some money into, Luna, and that's it. No. Please, guys, when you're talking about things like this is not an opportunity to throw money to the wind and hope for the best. I would say maybe, like, if you were going to invest any money into this, it's like $10 at most. Because it's most likely going to zero. I've talked about this. I've discussed this. When I made the video from the other day, a lot of people were saying, dude, I don't even know why you bought, like, it's going to zero, blah, blah, blah. Like, guys, I didn't put my life savings on the line. I didn't put $10,000 in. I put $250 in. I was able to pull that money out because I 3x'd, luckily, and got out at almost a perfect time. But when we look at something like Luna, like I said, this is most likely going to end fairly rough. I think that a lot of people are going to get hurt by throwing money into the wind right now. I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter, like, if you go through the Luna section on Twitter, there's people like throwing $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 in, hoping for like a 10x opportunity. Guys, I'm telling you, this could go fairly bad very fast. But for the most part, I am going to be having a fun time watching the Luna price, see what happens with it. I'm going to see the circulating supply and see, how much gets burned tomorrow and over the next coming days. But for the most part, guys, I would stay away from Luna if I was you. Of course, you do your own thing. I'm not offering financial advice on this at all. This is not a financial advice, channel. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.